Hi.
Hey, welcome.
Again.
Good way to start the podcast. Desinoda saying welcome. Crazy. Love the
Welcome.
4-minute warning and no time frame. All right, everybody, welcome to episode 189 of Crafting a Chat. I'm your host, as always. Nobody else has ever done this. Adam, joined as always in the room. He's here with us. Kevin, and speaking as the voice of God, and all of his opinions are what your religion believes. Desinodo, hello, welcome.
Well,
I would say, how's
thanks.
everyone doing, but I don't care. The man who usually hosts this fell asleep accidentally while putting his kids to sleep. Haha, what a great father, you might say. No, what a bad friend,
No.
is what I would say. No, he'll be here eventually. I don't know. Let's start with what we played, what we watched, what we did, what we ate, what we slept on, how many kids we try to put to bed.
Oh.
Kevin, let's start with you. Let's start with that last one.
Let's see. I've slept on no kids.
On? Wow. Okay, good. Kids are safe.
That's what you said.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, haven't done that. I know. I'm letting everybody down. I'm sorry. And
You know, we don't condone sleeping on kids. Just putting that out there.
That's why Genesis isn't with us, or Z, whatever we call him this week. I don't care.
Aunt Jemima.
Oh.
Okay.
What a twist.
Kevin, what'd you play? What'd you watch? What'd you do?
Oh, baby. What did I play? I played some Alone in the Dark. I played Dragon's Dogma 2. I played played Slice and Dice. I played What the Golf. I don't remember if I played Helldivers this week. Someone tells me I didn't. Adam, confirm or deny?
Kevin, I feel like we did.
Did we?
Yeah, like on
Maybe
Friday
we
or
did.
Saturday
Alright, I'll say
or something.
Helldivers. Yeah, alright, I'll say Helldivers, sure, just in case. I think that's it. I didn't watch anything either, so I think that really is just about it.
Wow. All right.
I know.
Well, I guess I'll go, because the next 20 minutes is for Desinodo. I played Helldivers 2. I got my ship is fully upgraded. I'm at max level. I have the max amount of green shit. I'm 40 super credits away from getting the third or the newest battle pass, whatever the fuck it's called, War Bond. Yeah, just working on that still. Still playing that. Still having fun. I'm at like 120 hours or something. I finally played Venba. Started Venba. I beat Venba. It's an hour and a half. It's about an immigrant family who immigrated from India to Canada in like 1980s, and it's about a lady named Venba and her husband, and it's kind of like this sweet, emotional little story about like what cooking means to that culture and what it means to Venba specifically, because she eventually has a son. I'm just gonna get into spoilers because I know nobody here will play it or care. So it starts in 88. Venba finds out she's pregnant, and then it shows like in 94 where her son's a little bit older, and he like cooks with her, and they have fun. And she's also using a cookbook that her mom gave her, but her mom still lives in India, so she's a little sad. Like, it's her way to connect with her mom because she remembers growing up, so she's trying to do that with her son. And then as her son gets older, he's like, instead of going by like Kavan or whatever his real name is, I think it's Kavan. He goes by Kevin because it's more like Western, and he doesn't want to bring food to school because the kids were mean to him and like saying it stunk. And then he just kind of falls out with his mom a little bit, and then he eventually gets a job. Like as he's older, he gets a job on a show, and they're like, we want you to write a recipe or like show a recipe because it's about like an Indian family. And the guy's like, well, if it's actually about an Indian girl at school, she's going to be embarrassed to bring it because it smells and kids would make fun of her. And the people are like, no, we just want the food. It'll be a nice moment. And he's like, no, I want accurate representation. So he ends up quitting the show and then like doing the recipes in the book, and then creates like fixes some of them because some of them have missing pages, and then he returns to India and him and his mom cook. And yeah, it's like 8 levels. You cook like 6 dishes, and then at the end you have the real recipe book of like, this is how you make this or that. It's really cool. So I played that, got the platinum. Again, only like an hour and a half. It's a sweet little game. I'm underselling it, honestly. It was really good. And then I started Assassin's Creed Mirage. The first hour I thought was bad. I was just not into it. It wasn't clicking. Kevin, I think you were there for that, or like a little bit after.
I think
Where I was
so,
like,
yeah.
I was like, it's just not clicking. It's just not doing it for me. I thought it was moving too fast. Then I did the first assassination mission, and I've been hooked ever since. I think Baghdad is a beautiful world to discover. Even though the game's a little bit blown out, like the lighting, I just can't get my settings to work. I don't know. I've looked it up, and a couple of people on Reddit were saying they had similar issues, but I'm assuming I'll just get used to it eventually. But the first assassination is like the main assassin Basim jumping down, stabbing this dude in the neck, and then wrapping a rope around his head, and then jumping off a balcony with him, and then landing on the ground while the dude hangs behind him. And I'm like, that was fucking cool. So, and I've only done one assassination so far. I've just been exploring, kind of doing all the side missions and stuff, trying to get money so I can upgrade some shit. But yeah, I like it. The combat's a little weird. It's like, it reminds me of the first game, but I think the counter is kind of weird. I'm just not quite understanding the timing of it. Sometimes if I hold it, it works, and sometimes if I hold it, it doesn't work. I just don't get it. I just don't get the counter. Like, I don't know when the enemies light up, and I feel like I'm hitting the button when they light up, but then he's not countering. So it's weird. But it's pretty good other than that. But that just might be a skill issue on my side. But yeah, I'm in it. I'm about 4 hours and 57 minutes in, is what my save said. So I like it. It's about 30 hours to platinum. Bless you.
Ow.
It's about 30 hours to platinum. So I'll be playing that for a bit. Honestly, by next week I might be done because it's kind of short. But yeah, I didn't really watch anything. Yeah, Abbott Elementary. That show's still good. Ghost is on a hiatus. I was going to watch other stuff. I was going to try to watch Shogun today, but then my power went out, and then I took a nap. So, yeah, I wanted to watch like one episode before the podcast, and I came home, and I got my Jim Steakout, because I order on Tuesdays, and I was going to eat that. Shout out Jim Steakout. And then literally sat down, went on the internet, found a stream, went to go play it, power went out. Power came back on like a second later. I turned my computer back on, then it cut out again, and then it went on for about a minute, and then it cut out, and it was out for like an hour and a half. But at that point, I just finished my sub, and then took a nap. So, but yeah, that's all I played, that's all I did. Desinoto, you want to go?
Sure. So, as per usual, I played a bunch more Elden Ring. Playing it right now, actually. And that is still going swell. I'm still at 33% according to the PS5. I think as far as like main story is concerned. So There's just
Reminds me
so
of my
much to
Red Dead.
do. I said that last week.
Yeah. Reminds me of my
Like,
Red Dead 100%ing. Where every time I would come on the podcast, I'd be like, I'm still at 96.1. I put another
yeah,
20 hours into it.
yeah, I don't. There's just so much side content to do that's like, it doesn't feel like the traditional side content that's like boring and unrewarding. Everything I've done for like all of the dungeons and like side areas, they just feel like just more of the main game, to be honest. I can't rave about this game enough. I mean, enough people have raved about it too, with its 97, I think, on both Meta and OpenCritic. Chillin'. Yeah. Uh, I also met Ronnie, the blue witch woman. Probably seen her online somewhere. She's got like 4 hands. Very cool character.
Oh, Ronnie Four Hands.
Yeah. And then I'm like, imagine what we could do with those 4 hands. But anyway.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. um, let's see. So other than that, I haven't watched too much because I was playing a lot of Elden Ring. Then I also played some PUBG with my other friends on PC. Um, it's always a fun game to play with them because I'm complete dog shit at the game, but it's just fun driving around and like looting. But the worst part is when you loot a whole bunch of stuff and you got like just fully loaded weapons and healing stuff, and you got a car, and then you drive all the way to the end zone where it's really small. There's like 20 people alive, and you just get shot down from some rock somewhere while you're driving the car. That's
Oh.
always yeah, that's always fun. Um, Even like one game we were playing and my friend was driving and our Jeep tumbled over and he got headshot mid tumble in the in the Jeep.
Get fucked.
Yeah, so I got out and I tried to revive him. Then our other friend thinks we're both downed, so he just takes the Jeep and puts us out of our misery and runs us both over with the Jeep.
Nice.
Yeah,
Big fan, big fan.
but I was still alive trying to bring up the other guy and he didn't even know. But yeah, it's I don't know, there's a lot of sweaty people playing that game. Either that or I'm just horrible. And I know I'm bad, but I don't know. A lot of the time I barely get I'm barely able to like just shoot a bullet before I'm dead. I just die
Yeah,
that quick.
that sounds right for that game.
Yeah. Even if you have level 2 vest, level 2 helmet,
Hmm.
it's still tough. I don't know. Then you gotta like calculate bullet drop, and you gotta calculate like recoil with the gun, and I'm not used to doing any of that, so that's another issue. Um, but yeah, we used to only play it like once every like few months. Now we've been playing it every couple nights or so. Still fun though, just playing with them. Um, I'm also not used to playing on PC either, so there's that. Hold on one sec.
Mm-hmm. What's happening?
Oh, he died.
He said, hold on a second.
He did. Yeah. So, Slice and Dice, really fun game. Highly recommend if you like roguelikes. Dice builder. You got like your team of randomly assigned people, and you get random upgrades for their classes, and you find some inventory items that do some real funky shit. Uh, and then oh, that's interesting. All right, we'll take that. Yeah, $9 on Steam. You could play a free demo on Steam. It's also on Android and Apple Store, whatever the freaking hell. All the other mobile stores, I'm sure, as well. Check it out. Real fun. Highly recommend. Listen, are you back yet?
Yes, yes.
Hey, look at that,
Thanks
Phil.
for
He
filling
baked.
time.
That'll be $22.50.
Do you accept PayPal?
Ooh.
No.
Adam, I didn't think it would work. Check it out. It might actually work.
Oh.
Okay, continue.
Yes, so PUBG's fun, but it gets annoying sometimes when you just loot everything and die very quickly. Or you do like a hot drop and you die. But anyway,
Love those hot
stuff I
drops.
watch. Yeah, you know, it gets you like, I guess it's like good practice to like pick up shit and like really quickly and just shoot anyone down that comes near you, but I always die, so I don't know. I don't
Hot
know.
dropping in PUBG is what made me want to hot drop in freaking Helldivers.
Oh. Yeah.
It's always
I like
fun.
Helldivers is PvE.
Yeah,
It's not only PvP. It's not PvP at all.
it's the
Um,
rush, baby. It's the rush.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so things I've watched. Some stuff on Netflix. One movie called No One Gets Out Alive. Untrue. Well, I guess she didn't really get out at the end. So this is like a kind of an offbeat supernatural horror movie that takes place in this hotel with this immigrant woman who flees somewhere in South America. I don't remember exactly where, but she flees to America to try and make something with her life because she had to stay home and take care of her mom the whole time. So she gets to this hotel. Well, not this hotel. It's like this apartment building. Sketchy dude. He only lets women in, but then he doesn't let up to the fact that his brother also lives in the apartment building with him. So it's two of them and the rest of the women. Then she starts to find these weird occurrences happening around the apartment building, and there's this like creature straight out of like Silent Hill that ends up showing up in the movie, and they do like these ritualistic sacrifices to this thing every so often, and no one got out alive in the end, but someone was alive. They just didn't get out. Um, And one other thing was when you do the ritual sacrifices to this creature, you get some sort of like superhuman powers, like strength and I guess it's mostly strength. But these veins start just popping up all over your body. I thought it was a cool movie. A little different. Um, Next one is Devil in a Blue Dress. And man, oh man, Denzel Washington does not miss. Again, we've already established this, but I watched another one of his movies and it's just so fucking good. God damn it. It's an older one, but still, you know, his stellar performances from way back to now. This is a movie in '95. Um, the plot was okay. It's just like a murder mystery that Denzel gets himself entangled in. And he's a war veteran in 1948 LA. So he kind of deals with that whole situation. Next we have Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Another Netflix film from 2022, I think. It's about all these rich white, not all white. There's some black people there too. But these rich kids, bunch of rich kids, um, they're just partying at this house, and they play this game called Bodies, 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 where they go around in the dark, and if you find someone's body on the floor, you yell Bodies, 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 and you're trying to figure out who, quote, like killed the person who's on the floor dead,
Mm.
and then the game became a reality. And by the end of the movie, we never really knew who did the killings. Kind of weird. But it was just so funny watching some of the characters just playing out their scenes because they're all like kind of not all of them, but some of them are just really dumb. They're like the stereotypical white kids who have everything and they don't know how to do anything like by themselves and they can't survive and all this shit. So it's funny watch. Um, and then I also watched one today called it was with Mel Gibson. He's a radio host. It's called On the Line, and I don't really want to spoil anything. Won't really talk about it too much, but he's a radio host, and they get this new guy on to do like the I guess like the soundboard stuff during the show, and some mystery. So he takes callers on the line. That's why it's called On the Line. He takes callers on the radio station to just talk to and uh, I guess kind of be like a therapist at that point. And this one dude calls and it ends up creating this whole situation where he has Mel Gibson's family in the movie as hostages, and he has to kind of figure out what to do to keep his family safe. Pretty interesting. I feel like I don't know the acting was not the best. Mel Gibson's voice though definitely suited for like a radio podcast, a radio station. Um, yeah, his acting was okay. I don't know. It's alright. Um, but I think I would recommend a watch though. Interesting movie. The acting stuff is okay, but the plot's interesting. Then we have Unstoppable, starring Don Lee. And man, when this guy fights, it's so hilarious to watch him just pick people up and throw them across rooms. Because he's a bigger dude, right? He's a bigger Korean movie star guy. But like the way he fights people is so different from like the typical like Asian martial arts movie. Even though this is not really that. It's more of like an action thriller. Um, but it's so funny to watch him just fight these scrawny dudes, and he's this huge guy just throwing people, just punching them in the face, throwing them against the wall, throwing them into tables, throwing stuff at the people. That's so funny. Um, I almost finished this movie. I think I had like half an hour left, but pretty good. I'm interested to watch more of his movies. 'Cause I was kind of on the fence before. I never really seen any of his movies before this one. But looking forward to watching his other ones. And then there's also that one that was starring him, Iko Uwais, and I don't remember who the other person was. Um, but they had this like crazy trio coming in a movie sometime in the future. Uh, But this one was pretty good so far. I'll look for that name, but I think that was all I had for stuff this week.
All right, well, thanks, Decimoto. Appreciate that. Adam, I need an
Welcome,
invite.
Genesis. Welcome.
Listen, I apologize for
Welcome.
showing up late.
Nah, you're good. You're good. You had a good reason.
Welcome.
Listen, when you said 4 minutes, that is literally when I ran up to bed. I was like, oh no! My phone was in the living room on the floor, so I ran out of the bedroom to the living room to go grab my thing, and text you guys and be like, I want to be late. I'm sorry, I can't. And I mean, listen, I should have explained. Adam asked for explanation. I gave an explanation. Well, he didn't ask for it, but he just was like 4 minutes and no notice, nothing. And I was like, well, I should explain it.
You did. It's good.
You know.
You're good. It's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't excuse you.
Hey, we didn't start this until like 10 minutes in.
Oh.
I was playing Assassin's Creed Mirage. I didn't get out of it until like I was done with something. Kevin wasn't in no rush. Decimoto was late. Like, it's fine.
Alright, well, you'll have to excuse me later. Don't worry about it. I'll face my consequences later. Don't worry about that.
All right, Kevin, prepare the paddle.
All right.
Also, real quick, unrelated,
Yeah.
Decimoto was like, I didn't watch much, and then named like 9 things.
That was like 5.
Yeah.
I usually watch a lot more.
We're used to this, though. This is what he does. Like, he says I didn't do much, and then he starts to name, like, a smorgasbord of, like, what he did.
I know, it was just really, I didn't watch. I really didn't have time. I was playing Elden Ring. Anyways, I watched a 2-hour movie. I watched an hour and a half movie. I watched a 2.5-hour movie. I watched a 2-hour movie. I also played PUBG every 2 nights. Like, what? What the hell?
Wait,
The hell
you
is
play
this?
PUBG?
On the computer.
Oh.
Don't worry about
How
it.
is
You
that
should
game
you
faring
listen.
now?
What do you mean? How's it faring now?
It's about the same. I mean, it's just full of a bunch of sweaty people playing. Because
Okay, well.
I don't
'Cause they
play
don't
as much
shower.
as those people. Yeah, they do not shower.
That's the
They
problem.
they drink their sweat.
Oh,
most likely.
Jesus.
Wow. I don't know if that's healthy. Your sweat's particularly salt being excreted out of your body, right? Salty water?
I mean, it's also just covered in grossness. That's why you have to shower.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't
It's
ask me
okay,
why. I
though.
thought that was gonna be. That's why you have to shit.
It's only fun if you're playing with
Sure,
like a
plays a
full
role.
squad, though. I'd say.
I mean, I played that game enough back in the day, and I just, I don't know.
Like
It was okay for a
I'm
little
dog
bit,
shit
and
at the
then-
game, but I still find it fun playing with friends. So
Wow, I guess we're not as friends, right? Because he doesn't play Helldivers.
on the PC,
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's
because they all
okay.
have it on PC.
Honestly, not a big loss. Not a big loss.
We're all Platinum Club for Helldivers, and he's the only one. He's like, nah,
I
don't
did
wanna
get
play
some
with these
trophies.
guys.
I got some trophies in Elden Ring.
Okay. All right, yeah. Anyway, I'll keep mine pretty short. What did I do this past week? I played Helldivers and Persona 3. Getting closer to beating Persona 3. Stellar Blades demo launches the 29th. I don't know what's going to happen to me after that, so we'll find out next podcast maybe what my thoughts are and where I'm at.
He's gonna shave.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he already does that.
He's gonna shave his nuts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He doesn't do that already.
They gotta be squeaky clean. Squeaky clean for this.
No, he
I don't
doesn't
think
do
I
that,
watched anything.
guaranteed.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, I don't think I watched anything, and that's pretty much it. Unless I'm missing something, Adam. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I haven't paid attention.
All right, cool.
Come on.
So we got a couple of segments we want to talk about. I think we got a couple of things we need to talk about tonight. I think we also need to do scores tonight for April. So we need to do that as well. Kevin, do you want to start us out with a couple of your things you want to talk about?
Oh boy. All right. So, I played a lot of stuff. I did a lot of stuff. All right, let's talk about some stuff. First of all, let's talk about Dragon's Dogma 2. All right, this game is doing very well critically, and
Yes.
honestly, I'm really enjoying it.
Yes.
But there's some things that
Oh.
I take some serious issue with. So, Capcom, come on. I don't know how many voice actors and actresses you had for this game, all right? But it had to be a lot. And it had to be more than like 4. We'll come back to that. So this character creator comes out, right, before the game launches, because they're like, hey, everybody, you're going to want to check this out. It's pretty freaking cool. And I'm like, wow, this is pretty freaking cool. You could do a ton of shit with this. This is a nuts character creator.
Yeah.
And then you get to the voices. Let me tell you something. There are like 4 different voices. Out of 40 total options that you could potentially have, there are about 10 that are female. Every single one is white British, and they're all between the ages of like 13 and 30. But some sound like they're 5. Real weird.
Oh.
But like, but that's it. And here's the best part. You start up that game, and the first character in the first cutscene to speak is a black guy. And there are no voices for you to choose from in the character creator you can make freaking anything in the goddamn world with. And that really blew my mind. Like
Now-
you have all these people who could have just recorded stupid-ass lines. All the pawns do is say the same shit every 2 seconds, all right?
Kevin,
Like,
I gotta interrupt for 1 second because you said
ready.
English girls from the age of 5
English?
to 30. English,
Jangle.
English girls, right? Am I not saying that? Am I using a weird accent on that?
The first time you said English.
English? Oh, well, okay. I can't hear it now when I say it.
This is
Adam?
fantastic.
You do a great young little English girl's voice. Can you please demonstrate for us what Kevin has been hearing?
Hey, it's me, little English girl.
Thank you,
Mummy,
I'm sorry.
mummy, please, mummy.
All right, that's all I needed to hear.
The
because I was
dog
like,
loves the dragoning, mummy.
oh, shit. You think Adam was recruited for some of the voice? Maybe he was. Secretly,
No,
he's
they're
just
not
been
that
working for
bad.
Capcom recording.
Wow, okay, Kevin, you dick.
Anyway, I'm sorry, Kevin, to interrupt. I just needed that to happen because Adam does the greatest little English girl
That
voice.
was amazing, actually. But anyway, so there was that. That was I don't understand. Like I know you got to spend more money. Oh no, come on, you're Capcom. Come on, the microtransactions will pay for it, right? Honestly, that's the next thing we're going to talk about. Microtransactions in a single player game. First of all, I don't give a shit. Second of all, how did you not
Exactly.
see this coming? It's
Oh
literally
my
the same
God.
project lead that made Devil May Cry 5. That also was a single player game. That also had microtransactions.
You know,
Couldn't have told you that they would be there. No idea.
Microtransactions in DMC5 didn't even matter, too. Like, it didn't even make a difference.
Yeah, these
I don't
ones
know
don't really
why.
matter either.
Yeah, it
But
didn't matter.
people gotta have a.
I will
shit.
say,
I
I will
don't
say,
understand.
single player games with microtransactions is a dumb idea. Just
It
in-
is, of course.
but it usually doesn't matter except for like some games where it does. It's so for real quick, the Assassin's Creed games when a new
No,
one
go ahead.
comes out, there's been issues in the past with Valhalla being a big one where when it came out, like, oh, you don't have to buy anything. But the first 30 hours of that game is grinding, so you can literally do anything else. And you can spend $10 to buy all those levels. So it's like, okay, it's kind of taking away from the enjoyment in that game. Mirage also has shit like microtransactions, and when you open up the mini-map, there's a button for the store that I accidentally hit every time. And I'm like, I will never buy anything in here because I don't need anything. But I will say, like, it's fine. It's whatever. It seems like a waste, but people buy it, and it gives the game more money, and the studio's happy. So I get why people are upset about it, though.
Oh, sure.
Do we know what the percentage is of people who actually go to buy these things? Like,
No, we do not.
No.
I just-
I'm gonna say
I feel like it's a
20.
useless thing, so maybe just, yeah, it's got to be low. It can't be a high number,
Like
right?
5.
It's got to be just people who don't care and have all the money in the world and just don't give a shit. Or it could be people who have no money and they just don't give a shit, but they want to buy something. 'cause they don't
Honestly,
have
there's
time.
things in single player games I would spend money on. Like Valhalla, I probably would have spent money on if it wasn't as egregious as it was. Like if I want a costume or something, like I don't mind that. Like whatever. If I like the game enough, I'll throw a couple dollars to get a cool costume. That's whatever. But like if it's for like experience or some shit, like if you're trying to get me to spend money in order to like level up or to incentivize me to not play your game more, then why am I playing your game at all? Like clearly you think there's an issue here if you're offering that. But also a lot of people just don't have time to play like these really intense 100+ hour games. So they'll just be like, "Hey, here you go, buy a little shortcut." You know, it's not screwing over anybody else. So I get it.
Exactly.
I get it.
But there were so many people retweeting, reposting, refucking the same stupid
Oh,
bullshit.
Refucking.
Spewing just, oh god, my brain couldn't handle the absolute
the
just
spew.
the spew. It was endless.
I'm sorry, real quick. I just had a comment in the Twitch chat. Zen Zap, I don't know if that's an actual person or a bot. They want a streaming schedule. If you want a streaming schedule, I'll give it to you. If you're a bot, then fuck off. But if you're an actual person, I'll give you the streaming schedule for crafting a chat. I don't know if you're. It looked like a normal message, but somehow it looked like a bot message. I'm sorry. Please continue.
You're gonna give them the schedule?
I have the computer open, and I was gonna give it to him, but
okay.
I was just acknowledging that because I saw the comment pop up. I don't know if it was a real person. If it's a real person, I acknowledge you. If not, then you need to fuck off if you're a bot.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't. People, I feel like people just have to open their fucking brains a little bit because it seems like a lot of them have
Yeah,
Very-
let it spew all over the floor.
they're all closed up, and it's everything spewing out because it's all closed up. They gotta open it up so everything can flow. But I guess some people don't have the ability to do that, so all they do is just keep repeating what everybody else says. Because clearly, just as Kevin said, this has shown up in every Capcom game in recent years. Resident Evil 4, DMC5, like, it's just stuff you can literally get in game. It's never
Mhm.
anything that you can't. It's never anything that will, like, hinder someone else's experience, because that's impossible since there's no PvP. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. I was very annoyed seeing everything this past week.
But yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2, really fun though. Like, don't get me wrong, really fun game. Very enjoyable.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah, and then let's see, I played Alone in the Dark and finished a run through with Edward Carnby. That was really fun. It was really good. The storyline is really cool. After I sat there and figured it out, and I think I figured it out.
How many hours does that take you?
Not too long.
Not too long.
What would that be? Probably 9-ish for the first playthrough. There's a
9.
trophy for
Okay.
finishing under 3, which I could definitely
Oh, wow.
see happening.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not bad. Pretty good. I like the storyline. I didn't have any issues really following it for the majority of the game. There were some things that I was like, oh man, I think it's like this. This is what's happening, right? And then in the last like 30 minutes of the game, oh boy, you get all kinds of reveals, and then you're like, oh shit, that's what's going on? Is that really right? Like, I had to question if I actually figured out the story or not. So I started playing Emily Hartwood, and so far, everything that I think is correct in the storyline is checking out on her side of the fence as well. Um, so far, there is virtually no difference in gameplay between the two characters, except for dialogue, but the dialogue is pretty important, I guess. Um, I mean, if you have trouble figuring out like what happened in the storyline in your first playthrough, either you didn't pick up enough shit, or you didn't listen to people and talk to people, or something, or like you're just not paying attention. You're just playing through the game and not really caring about the storyline, which that's fine too. You do you. But I didn't find it to be very difficult to follow, unlike certain reviewers. Um, that kind of like kept bringing it up that like, oh, I didn't know what was going on, and oh, if you don't read things, you're never gonna figure out this storyline. And it's like, well, yeah, my guy, it's a survival horror game. You gotta pick up all the shit. That's been true since Alone in the Dark, the first one. Um, so I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna try to platinum the game, but you gotta like find everything and do everything. It might be a bit before there's like full guides. I don't know. Not many people have every trophy, so I'm a little scared. But I'm gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try. I could definitely beat it in under 3 hours. I can see that happening. Um, but then let's see what else did I do. Is that really it? I think that's all I really gotta talk about. Yeah, no, we're good. That's good.
Okay, cool. Do we have a segment this week for What a World?
Oh
Or is that
God,
later,
yeah.
I'm assuming? Okay, cool. Um, alright, do we want to do game scores now? And I'll add the games in so we can get that out of the way, and then we can continue talking about what we're talking about for a couple other things. I'm pretty sure we have some gaming news we have to talk about, and yeah, we have What a World, and then we'll see from there where we go.
I didn't make my backgrounds.
What is the okay? What is the panel thing we want to do? We want to do game scores right now?
Yeah, we can do game scores first.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a
cool.
good
So
one.
let
While
me,
I try
let me
to
open that
make
up.
this thing.
Okay,
We'll give you
so
some time, Kevin.
game scores here. Um, April is a decent month. Um, it doesn't have anything stand out coming out, you know, nothing crazy coming out in April. Just a couple of random games and you know, nothing crazy, nothing crazy. So let's take a look at what's happening here.
Can't think of
Are
anything in
we
April.
rating? Because Dave the Diver came out on other platforms already. We're not rating Dave the Diver just out of curiosity, right?
Why would we rate Dave the Diver?
That came out on other platforms. I mean, that's why. Okay, all right, we're good. Okay.
Interesting.
All right, so I got the first game here of April, Freedom Planet 2, coming out. Coming out April 4th for all consoles.
The fuck is this?
I don't know. I haven't heard of it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Freedom Planet 2 came out September 13th, 2022.
Why the fuck is this coming out for everything now? Is that PC?
Yeah.
Oh. Thought you got ready. Never mind then. Okay.
Good start.
Yep. This one should be a new one. Okay, so Eden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Eden Chronicle 100 Heroes. This comes out for everything as well. Coming out April 23rd. Eden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Desonoto?
Um,
Eiyuden.
How do you spell this?
Eiyuden
Eiyuden. Jesus.
Eiyuden.
Eiyuden!
Eiyuden. Koroni koru.
No.
Kironico.
Well, it appears there have been other games with this. There's Eiyuden. Chronicle Rising. There's that one. Oh, that was pretty okay. Oh. Last one had a 72 on OpenCritic
Mm.
for reference.
This was at Xbox's E3.
Their last E3 they did?
No, 2021.
Oh.
I'll go with like a
Release date.
80.
An 80.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give this game a 78. Adam?
I'm gonna stick with the franchise and go 72.
Kevin?
Oh, 74.
74.
I would like to adjust to a 77.
Interesting.
Adjusting to 77.
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna have to ask, what do we call him this week?
Kevin with a
Truck
C.
stop.
Kevin with a C. Truck Stop is a good one too, man. That's a
How
great
is
one.
Truck Stop a good one?
It's Truck Stop with a C.
You know what? All right, I'll allow it.
I'm gonna have to ask Truck Stop with a C. What his rating? Can you verify one game for me, Adam? Another Crab's Treasure. Has that been released on anything else?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's been delayed a few times.
Is it actually coming in April?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. Thank you for the confirmation.
You're welcome.
Next one up, we got Akira Toriyama's last thing that he ever worked on in his life, I'm assuming here, which
Thank
is
God.
Sandland.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
Thank God.
Oh.
What?
Oh my God.
His magnum opus.
Come over and, what?
His magnum opus,
His
some
magnum
would say.
opus.
That's why I'm saying thank God. His
Sandland.
last one was his best
Oh.
one.
Oh.
See, Kevin, look how stupid his fans
across
are.
in different
You can
ways.
get around that so easily. Oh.
What'd you
This
call
is probably
me?
going to be a very special game to a lot of people.
I just want to say
considering
real
this is
quick,
his
his
last
death
work.
was a big loss to the animation community. Just want to throw that out
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, what a
We're
guy.
gonna miss
What a
you.
guy.
This is probably going to be a special game for a lot of people, considering this is his last work, and it's now quite meaningful, considering this is the last everything that the last storyline he's ever done. It's in the same art style as Dragon Quest and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, all his stuff is mostly around.
Yeah, it was weird. Everything that he ever did was always in the same art style. It made people think they were all part of the same universe. It was odd. But okay, Sandland coming April 26th. Kevin, what do you want to give Sandland?
Oh God, Sandland. Jesus fuck.
Sandland. Otherwise known as where Genesis, Desunoto, and I are from.
Yes.
Sandland.
70.
70. All right. I'm gonna go with a little higher. I'm gonna go 85. I think this game is gonna review a little
Oh.
better because it's his last thing. Maybe a little bit just more, I don't know, love poured into it probably for the game, and I think a lot of people will perhaps appreciate the game just a little bit more considering it's his last thing he ever did. So, let me see, let's see, okay. Adam, what do you want to give this game?
75.
75.
I think
And
people will
Desonoto?
appreciate it for what it is, but then they'll realize that it's still just an okay game.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Desonoto, what are you giving? Last word.
Better give it a 99 or you're not a real Dragon Ball fan.
Oh.
Kevin, this is how we win.
Oh.
Um, hmm. You know, I feel like he had something to do with Sparking Zero as well. Just as a side note, he probably had some sort of input on that game, considering the Dragon Ball game.
I don't know that he has had any
Maybe
input
not
on
much. But
every single one of them, but Sparking Zero seems to be using a lot of the assets from Tenkaichi 3, because a lot of the people have heard the voices and compared it straight to Tenkaichi, and it's like they're ripped exactly from the game, just up-resed. So I don't know how much. I don't know how
How do
much
you
work or
up-res
how
a
much.
dialogue?
It's a lot of the same audio, so they just extract the audio and they would just
Bigger
clean it up.
letters.
No,
Well, bit rates
up-res
different,
is... res is resolution, is what I'm saying. How do you up-res dialogue?
Sorry,
The
I'm using the
subtitles are
wrong
bigger,
term.
guys.
I'm just using that in terms of just
Got
describing
it.
what they're doing to it.
Got it.
Up-resing is not the correct term. I apologize.
It's
Probably enhancing it. Enhancing is what I should say.
Zoom in and enhanced.
Oh, shut up. Okay, now I'm getting worse.
It's alright. It's just your
Sounded
English is a little weird today.
Yeah, my English is off.
Got
Got 'em.
well,
Fucking burn, Mummy.
in any case,
him.
no, I think,
Fucking banging.
Oh, damn.
Hoya.
I'm putting the scores in for the previous month. Something just happened, and it's a shock.
Oh, that's
Somebody
exciting.
got
What a
bullied.
tease.
That's not a shock.
Destinoto, have you come
Oh,
up with a
yes,
score
sir.
yet?
yes.
Oh, thank God. And?
Somebody has taken the lead.
I thought you said yes!
80, 84.
84, okay. Alright.
Yeah.
That's a fair score. Alright. I gave it the highest out of here. I guess I'm the real Dragon Ball fan, huh?
Oh. Wow.
Shut
up, you people.
Oh!
Wow, okay.
Everybody hates on Hannah, but damn.
The only good Dragon Ball
Alright.
thing is the live-action movies. There, I said it.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Remember that one guy was in
Listen.
green makeup and he looked fucking stupid?
We try not to remember that. Okay, there's that one. And then... We never found a rating for that one, did we? No, we didn't. Shit, never mind. The cool thing that happened, it didn't happen. Alright, never mind.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Listen, one of the scores came in and it just put it right back to where it was supposed to be, and I was like, what the fuck? Alright, so next game on the list. This is a small game made by a very small developer. Nobody really knows about this game coming out in April. It's not a game on anybody's radar, obviously.
88.
You son of a bitch.
Sony curse.
No, it can't be the Sony curse, you
88
fuck.
for Destinoto and I, because we ate that cake, baby.
Oh, Stellar Blade
Oh, I didn't
coming
like that at all, Destinoto. That was
April 26th.
What the fuck
I
was
am
that?
gonna give this game a 94. There is no way this game is gonna get the damn Sony curse. I hate it.
There's gonna be
this
people complaining about the ass amount.
no, it's
Yeah.
please, it's.
There always will be,
I will tell you this, right?
as much as we don't
There's
want
been a
it to be.
trend with the demos that have come out for games recently, and every time the game gets a demo, the game scores really well. Okay,
Because, yeah, they're confident in it. That's why they put out a demo.
and listen, I am fully confident this
Except
game
Strangers
will
in
break the
Paradise.
fucking. We'll talk. That's a different story. Kevin and I can explain that one. So this will break the Sony curse. I promise you it will. And if it doesn't, I have lost all faith in anything video game related. Okay, anything.
I'm going to give it a 34
because
because that's the site I'm going to be on, baby. Let's go! Yeah, I like that one more,
Yeah.
Destinoto. I like that one more.
that's another. What are you giving Stellar Blade? The game of the fucking lifetime. I can't wait for this.
Go 92.
Okay. Kevin, what are you giving Stellar Blade? Come on, Kevin. Come on. Channel your energy to me.
Channel your
give
ass.
me yeah.
78.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
It doesn't look good, but okay.
How does this not look good?
It's just
Because
what he
you all
thinks.
are looking at one thing.
Oh, no.
I'm looking at
I will
gameplay.
say Destinoto and I are that's the only thing we're looking at. Genesis is actually looking at the game itself. In
The
his
game-
defense.
This game looks so good. Every single thing about this demo that has come out has been.
I will say,
absolutely fantastic.
taking out the ass, I think it's like a high 70s, low 80s. With the ass, Sony curse.
You fucks.
I'm sorry, I'm just double cheeked up and ready to go. You know what I mean?
Well, all right. Here's hoping that this is a absolute stellar hit from them. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what I did there. I know what I did.
So-
All right, so we got another crab treasure, or another crab's treasure. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't pluralize the crab. Another crab's treasure coming on April 25th. Adam, what do you want to give another crab's treasure?
$84.
What the fuck?
That's not
Dark Souls crab game, Kevin. Don't worry about that.
Another
Crab's treasure.
treasure.
That's TREASURE. Treasure, if Genesis had his way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is this?
Damn, we messed up on that.
I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. Yeah, see, did he? That's crazy.
Oh
We
yeah.
got raided.
Yeah.
Looks like 70, 77, 75.
Okay, 75. Kevin, what are you giving another crab's treasure?
Okay, is this gonna be a banger platformer? Or is this gonna be a shit platformer?
Banger!
Either way. Fuck it, let's go 82.
How does this score higher than Stellar Blade?
This looks more fun to play.
You fucking... Oh.
Oh, so you see them cheeks on that crab?
I'm gonna give this game a 71.
Here, I'll watch some new gameplay to make you happy. Okay, okay. No gameplay. No gameplay. No gameplay.
Just watch
Just look at the
some
characters.
stuff from the demo.
Look at the characters.
Literally
Look at
just
the characters.
some impressions from the demo that people have had. Alright, I got Tales of Kinzara. I think there's a subtitle to this, and I forgot to put that in there. Tales of Kinzara ZAU. I don't know what ZAU is.
Zao. Bad guy.
This is coming April 23rd. Kevin?
Yo.
What do you want to give Tales of Kinzara Zao coming April 23rd?
What the hell game is this? Is this another actual
This
Tales game?
is the one where it's like the African kind of like Black Panther, where it's like it's the spirit world about his dad.
This is not a Tales game. Okay.
No, it's made by the guy who was the voice of Bayek
Oh, I watched
in Origins.
this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all were interested in this, and he had like this
This
really
looked
beautiful
good.
speech about his dad and stuff.
Cause this looks like Ori sort of like Ori
Yeah.
meets Prince of Persia. And Prince of Persia is fucking banging. Let me tell you.
Prince of Persia's banging. He's a banging. It's gonna have
85.
Princess.
Let's go nuts. This game looks really good.
Oh my god, okay. Destinato, what do you want to give Tales of Kinzara? Kinzara. Maybe it's Kinzara.
Shit.
Not
go
Zara.
higher.
Zara.
I go higher. What's this coming out on?
April 23rd.
It is on PlayStation 5. No.
Yeah,
what?
it's on everything.
Oh shit. Yeah, right. Maybe Prince of Persia.
Kenzera. Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
I remember.
Toxao. Got it. Toxao. That's what I'm calling it from now on.
Oh, you know, that's good.
It's the second coming of TikTok.
Oh, that's fine. Ban that one too.
The fuck, I thought this game already came out. Sorry, I'm looking at a list of Aprils to see. It did already come out, that's what I thought.
Thank you.
What, Tales of Kinzara?
No. Different game.
Wow.
Scare Ritual.
I give
When is
this
Phasmophobia coming?
81.
81. Alright. I'm gonna give this a 79.
Alright, can I change up that score I gave it?
Yeah.
87.
You're right.
Oh.
Damn it, Kevin.
Alright, Adam.
86.
Upgrade.
86. Alright, so that is all the games that
Oh,
I
did I
have for
steal yours?
April.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you're good.
Anybody want to add
That's all
any
you have?
games to April? That's all
I
I have
do.
for April.
Harold
Yeah,
Halibut.
That was one of them.
Harold Halibut?
Yep.
Yep.
Harold Halibut. Stop motion
Halibut is
game they've been
spelled-
making for literally over a decade.
Like the fish.
Okay.
Halibut.
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 Harold Halibut.
When is this coming out?
It is coming
16th.
out. Yeah, the 16th of April.
I have a list up.
April.
Okay.
So do I, Kevin. So do I.
What
Oh,
else
okay.
do we want to add?
Saga Emerald Beyond.
Saga is the S and the G
It's the S A and
capitalized?
the G is capital. Yep. mhm.
Got it.
It's part of that
Saga, what is
series.
it? The subtitle?
Saga Emerald Beyond.
Saga.
It's coming to phones.
Yeah, they
Saga.
started releasing on like freaking everything.
And when is that coming out?
The 25th.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep it going.
Saga.
Manor Lords.
Manor Lords. Is it spelled one word, two words?
Manor Space Lords.
Got it.
And it's
when is
Manor
that
as in the building, MANOR.
Got it. Yes. When is that coming out?
The 26th.
Wow. Same day as another beautiful game that's gonna come out that everybody thinks is gonna fail.
Nobody
Alright,
thinks that.
what else? Shut up. I'm not talking to anybody right now about this game, okay?
Okay,
Not until
I'm
it comes
sorry.
out and I
I'm
play
sorry.
a demo
Okay,
as well.
okay, thank you.
Fucking people think it's oh yeah, it's just gonna be an okay game. 70s and like. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What else we got for April?
I think that's everything worthwhile.
Okay.
How
Anyway.
fucking dare you? House Flipper 2. I don't know if that's already out.
House,
I don't.
oh.
Yeah, House Flipper 2
Wait.
comes out.
Oh, that's not on this list I'm looking at. Oh, okay.
When does that come out?
Fucking April. You get off my ass. April 10th.
Thank you. Okay, and then anything else?
We do
Only
anything,
once?
right? Like, it doesn't matter if it's just a PC release.
Take House Flipper 2 off. It already has reviews.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, we do only PC releases. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, cool.
What about
Going
Deceit
once?
2? Does anybody care about Deceit 2?
We can put that on there. Deceit, DECIET 2.
Deceit?
EIT.
Wait,
Yeah,
are you making a sequel to that game?
According to this list, they are.
Steam has reviews.
When is that coming out?
Yeah, never mind. Nope.
Metacritic also
Came out in
does,
September of 2023. It looks like it's coming to consoles.
Okay.
Ah, there it is.
Anything
This
else?
is not the Deceit I was thinking of.
What's Europa? That sounds familiar.
I only know of Europa Universalis. I don't know what just Europa is. No, not the NASA thing.
Yeah, but that's what came up for me too.
Oh, this is not at all like Europa Universalis.
No, not in the slightest.
What the fuck?
I don't know what this is. This isn't go
Honestly? Yeah, let's add it.
Fuck
Okay.
it, Europa.
Well, how do we do that? Europa?
Europa, EUROPA, comes out
This
April
game's
16th.
pretty.
Yes, Europa comes out April 16th. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Anything else?
Shit, is this an Atom game?
It might be down the line.
This looks like a journey. Oh, there's some combat too.
That's it, I
Or
think.
like,
yeah, Sea of Thieves
what you
is
call
already
it?
out. And... So.
That was that game that I played. Pathless. It looks like the Pathless.
Oh, it does look like that a
Sort
little
of.
bit.
Not the same developer. Already checked.
Yeah, that's it. Genesis.
I think that's it. Yeah. Because we
Okay.
don't do early access, right?
No.
No.
We don't do
Okay.
it.
Because No Rest for the Wicked's coming out, and I am hyped.
Ain't no rest for it. Money don't grow on trees.
Definitely, Norma, if you're not looking at that game yet, you should. By the way.
Which one?
No Rest for the Wicked. It's by the people who made Ori and the Blind Forest, except it's a ARPG perspective with like more like Dark
I think I
Souls like
saw-
combat.
I think
And
you
co-op.
Did you talk about it one time?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Ever
I
since
think
I
I
saw
remember
it, I've
looking
been
at
hype.
Okay.
Kind of reminded me of like a first-person RuneScape.
What?
Oh, first person? It's a third person game, but okay.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me make sure I'm talking about the right thing here.
Alright, what game's up first? Genesis.
Games up first is Harold Halibut.
Harold
I'm gonna-
Halibut.
I'm gonna give this a 5. All right, Kevin, what are you giving this game?
Oh boy. Man, where do like point and clicks sit nowadays?
Oh, this is a different game. Okay, I was thinking of something else.
Well, 77.
All right, Adam.
80.
That's a good one.
And Desonoto.
76.
All right, I'm gonna keep my score of 5. Saga Emerald Beyond. Kevin, what are you giving Saga Emerald Beyond?
Oh god, these games are always all over the place. The last one did, I think, the best. So do they continue that? I'm gonna go 77 again.
Okay. Adam?
What game?
Saga Emerald Beyond.
Beyond.
Oh, I don't fucking know. 75.
All right. And Desonoto?
76.
And I'm gonna give it a 74. Manor Lords. I'm gonna give this game a 10. And
now.
Kevin?
What do we give this? Oh god.
Manor Lords.
It looks so pretty. But is it gonna play well? I'm gonna be optimistic. We're gonna call it an 82.
Okay. Desonoto?
Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh.
Oh shit, it's got 2 million wish lists already? Fuck.
79.
79. Alright. Adam? Manor Lords.
This game looks. Um. 77.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Europa. I'm giving this game 60. Alright. Desonoto, what are you giving Europa?
The hell?
What the hell?
Oh, what the hell?
What
Give
the
a little
hell?
80. 80.
Okay. Kevin? Europa.
75.
And Adam.
Oh, 81, maybe?
Go with 81. Alright. Last chance for any other games to be added to April before I close this out.
Close it out.
Alrighty, let's go over the scores for
Just listen to me.
March. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games come out in March. Here are the scores. So Rise of the Ronin scored a 76. The closest one to that was Adam at 79.
Hell yeah.
Alone in the Dark, we went a little high on this one. This scored a 63, unfortunately. The closest one to this was going to be, what was his name again? Truck Stop with the C. He scored a 72. The closest one. Princess Peach Showtime. Another one I think we scored a little too high on. This one scored a 76. The closest one to this was going to be Truck Stop with the C at 81. Dragon's Dogma 2. This scored an 88. The closest couple of people who scored to this would be Desonoto and Adam, both scoring an 89 and an 87. Kevin, you scored an 86. So.
Aw.
South Park Snow Day. We scored a little higher on this one too. Somebody knew what was going on, though, and that somebody is Kevin. This scored a 63. Kevin scored it a 66.
The game looks so bad. Oh my god. I'd based it solely on animations.
I don't know. Last game for the month of March was Lightyear Frontier. This game scored an 80, and the
way
closest
wrong
one
on
was
this.
Desunoto at a 78. Current standings. Desunoto is still in first place. Kevin is behind Desunoto by about, say,
80 points?
no,
What?
not 80 points. You're only behind him by like 9 points.
How?
Not 9 points. I don't know how to do math. Oh god, is that?
It should be a lot more than that based on what things just scored.
Sorry, 18 points. 18 points. I'm sorry.
Should be more than that. Alright, okay, sure.
Yeah, 18 points. And then you have Truck Stop with a C at right behind Kevin by 1 point. Adam then comes in after that at another 14 points, and then myself in last place with about a 50 point difference, 60 point difference. Yeah, about 60 point difference. Yeah, and the exacts right now. How does this work? That formula again? I think Truck Stop with the C is learning.
I can test my score. I think it should be worse.
Okay. That is it for game scores. If you want to add anything else.
What did I give Rise of Ronin?
You gave this game a 87. This game scored a 76.
You know,
Sadly.
It really is an 87.
I think it is it's higher than 76, but you know.
Why you say that?
Game, so from what I've looked at, all.
So you haven't played it, so you're just going by what you've seen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
From what I've seen in this game, it looks good. It looks like a fun.
Looks
Looks
changed.
like a fun.
It
samurai
looks
game.
fun. It looks. It's what every review I've seen of this game has been. Wow, this is a lot of fun. It reminds me of a Ubisoft open world bloat game, and it's solid. 100% a game for me. Can't wait till it's $20.
Hey, there you go.
So, that game does
You
not
should-
look like an
you should-
86 or an 87. No, hell no.
You know,
The story
if this
is
a
trash.
Ubisoft bloat game,
Come on now.
if this is a Ubisoft bloat game, you should buy this game at full price just to spite Ubisoft at this point.
Why would I do that?
Because you don't give Ubisoft any money when you buy your Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, that's
you
because
should
I want
support
us to
this
remain
game and buy
friends,
this.
and you're too much of a little bitch boy to fucking move on from me buying a game at full price that I would absolutely buy full price.
Why would you spend your money on bullshit like that?
I wouldn't do it for Mirage because it's shorter, but Valhalla, I spent like 200 hours in that. That's definitely worth $60, $70 to me.
Yep. Confirmed, yep.
What are you talking about? I buy that so you don't hate it as much.
Now, was that a good 200 hours?
Now, that's a different question. And now, I bought Fallout 4 Collector's Edition, the Pip-Boy Edition. I bought 2 of those because I wanted to give one to a friend. And I spent too much money on that, and I spent too many hours in that game. Was it a good time? I look back on it and say I like Fallout 4. It's a weird relationship I have with games like that. You play a game for over 100 hours and you're just playing it for the platinum. I do it to myself. And then you just get to a point where you're like, I fucking hate everything about this. But if you ask me what happens in Valhalla, I could probably explain 90% of that story. Because I just know I like Assassin's Creed. As much as I hate them, I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry.
Alright.
Don't
Alright.
apologize.
We would still remain friends even if you bought it at full price.
Oh, absolutely
Again,
great. Okay, so I'm buying all the collector's editions of all the old ones.
You can buy that. That's fine. I'm not gonna
Ooh,
tell you.
no,
not to
I
spend
heard
the
it in
money.
his voice. That's the end of that. Nope, not getting it.
No,
Not buying it.
I'm not upset with you. I wouldn't
You
listen.
stop.
It's your money. You spend it how you see fit. That's your prerogative. You do
Yeah,
what you
no,
gotta
no,
do,
no. If
man.
I buy it day one, you'll just be in a mood.
No, it is what it is.
Look at how
That's
high
Not at
his voice
all.
got. Look how I hate when my voice
Not at
betrays me like
all.
that too. No, I wouldn't be
What?
that upset. Like, hey, that's fine. You know, hey, it's all good, man. It's all
Do you want me to answer in a lower voice? I'd be like, yeah, sure. If you want to do
good.
that, go
Nah,
ahead.
nah. It's just it.
Oh,
Hey.
baby.
Hey, I know. Like emotionally and outwardly, you would be like, hey, Adam, that's fine. You can play whatever you want. But in your head, you're like, this fucking piece of shit is giving this stupid French ass, whatever the fuck kind of nationality this company is.
Stupid French ass.
I know, man. I get
I
it. I
mean-
get it. It's every time you talk about anime, I just wish you would die. You know what I mean? We have that mutual hate for each other.
Oh.
You know? You're all mad and sad
my
about a
God.
dragon lord or whatever the fuck that guy did, and like, come on, it's okay. It's okay.
What?
It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh.
Don't worry. Sandland's gonna be good. You're gonna see your home again. You're gonna have a good time.
I'm not even buying Sandland.
Wow, fake fan, fake fan. We found him. We found the fake fan.
When did this become an attack on me?
When it became an attack on me.
I mean,
Attacks are happening.
all I said to you was you
Live.
should buy Rise of Ronin. But, I mean, I'm sure you'll buy it when it goes down.
Yeah, I'm also just sick of everybody always saying like, "Oh, that game is definitely like an 85." After it comes out, like just arguing with people who actually played it when you haven't. Just sick of that. It's annoying.
So should I not give my opinion on what I think the game looks like?
No, you can. It's just being like upset about something that you have literally no experience in is weird.
Well, maybe I should say I wanted it to be a higher.
Yeah, you can absolutely say that. You can absolutely say that. Like, I wish it was higher. I wonder what's wrong with it. From what I've seen, it doesn't look like that. But instead, you always go, fucking, it should be. These people don't know what they're talking. Like, it's always something. It's always something. It reminded me of the Dragon's Dogma 2 with the MTX shit. It's like, why are these people yelling at something they're not even playing?
Right.
Like, come on now.
Oh, I get it.
That's fair.
Come on now. Also, I wouldn't buy Assassin's Creed at full price.
Come on now.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that is it for the gaming score segment. Do we move to What a World, or we got other things we want to talk about first?
I don't care. What do we got?
Ow!
Oh, he's going.
All right.
He went through the ceiling. Man, I need a theme song.
Didn't Genesis sing one last time?
You know what?
That's actually
I'm okay
a good
with
one. Yeah, that was pretty good.
that. Oh, now there's no mine carts. What are we doing now? We're just waiting in the pool?
Yeah, we're just waiting in the pool apparently because I complained so much about these minecarts, and he finally let them out.
Wait, where'd Adam go? Uh-oh. Why are you down
I don't
there?
know. What the hell were you doing down there?
Don't you worry about nothing.
Oh, no.
Alright. Well, we're waiting in the pool. I'm currently floating in some nice. I hope this is nice water because
Alright.
it's better not.
Everybody
What
ready?
the fuck?
What?
My cursor's backwards.
Oh.
I hit right, it goes left. I hit left, it goes right.
How'd you do that?
I have no idea.
He's holding
Well.
his controller upside down.
Good luck. Alright, Kevin, take us away.
Alright. You ready? We got
I'm
some wild shit
stuck.
to cover.
I'm stuck in this
Oh,
menu.
no. Oh no!
I can't hit circle to exit. It's just throwing my apples. What happened?
What happened?
Can someone like hit? Nah, nobody can hit me. Shit. I can't press stop. I can't. I have to. I'm stuck like this for the rest of the episode. So, all right, let's continue.
Wait, what menu are you in?
I'm in the crafting menu. I was gonna pull out a dirt block to replace that, but now I'm just stuck. Stop!
Why is this going diagonal?
Don't worry about that. Just continue.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can't. I would have to quit the game entirely, which would stop the stream. So, this is where we're at.
Alright, yes, this is it. Open this and screw up whatever you had going on. Alright, here we go. So, fireworks, please. Thank you. Alright, now. Guys, the Republican Party is in utter chaos right now, and it's
Okay.
fucking fantastic. Are you ready? If you haven't followed this, oh boy. Alright, so, I don't remember days, those aren't important anymore, but at one point this week, Marjorie Taylor Greene, in her infinite wisdom and knowledge, decided to come out and she started
Came
a
out
motion
as a
to
chair.
yeah she
Came
started
out
a
as a
motion
chair.
to vacate the speakership once again.
I was close. I was close
And
to become out
so,
as a
yeah, you
speaker.
were. And so, obviously, everybody's like racing to like interview her and be like, oh my God, why? Why are you gonna get rid of Mike Johnson? Oh man, blah, 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 blah. And more or less, everything she basically said was like, no, I didn't talk to Donald Trump. That's bullshit. And no, I'm not trying to like, start anything. This is just firing a warning shot because of the funding bill and blah blah blah. Because why on earth should the government actually be bipartisan? Why should we work together? No, it's got to be red versus blue. So to start off with this, I fully believe that Trump is involved in all this, as he normally is with most things, because let's see, Lara Trump and whoever the hell else, because they're not important, took over the RNC and kicked out a whole bunch of people. I think it was like 60 people or something like that, ousted from the RNC. And off the back of that, and a weird way of doing political strategy for the Republican Party, but it could, I guess, work in a weird way, would be to just be like, well, you see, no. It was all Mike Johnson's fault. It wasn't the Republican Party. It wasn't my fault. All the right strategies. So we got rid of Mike Johnson, put in a new Speaker of the House, and then we tried to pass all this legislation. But since our majority is dwindling because everybody keeps leaving the Republican Party, we couldn't pass anything because the Democrats stopped it all. So actually, it's Biden's fault. And I think it's the ultimate strategy they're trying to go for here. But the problem is, immediately after this, Mike Gallagher has announced that he is leaving April 19th. He's not even serving out his term until October. He's like, nah, fuck this shit, I'm out. And that will bring the Republican majority down to, mathematically, one vote over. So if any one person decides to duck out of the House of Representatives right now, bye-bye majority. So if they actually try to vote for the speakership, and that happens, which is very possible, because a woman, Kowalski, something like that. I forget who the hell it was exactly, but she
Mike Wazowski.
is threatening. Yes, she is threatening to also leave, which would get rid of their majority entirely. And if they were to vacate the speakership, which is getting some backup by at least 20 Republicans at this point on the far right, they honestly run the risk of a Democrat Speaker of the House, probably Hakeem Jeffries. And honestly, they probably don't even need to lose. They probably don't even need to lose the majority, because there's more than likely at least a few Republicans that'll just be like, I'm going to freaking vote this Democrat guy in, and then I'm just going to leave. Because so many people have already left. why the hell not? Why not like screw over everybody who's just following Trump blindly and let the Democrats have full control over the Congress? Um, so it's going to be a wild now until election 7 months, 8 months, 8 months. It's gonna be a wild 8 months. We get to see how all this unfolds. I have no idea what direction everything is actually going to go in because there's just too many possibilities. But the Republican Party is now officially like destroying itself. Can't wait. Gonna be wild. Oh boy. Um, is that everything? I feel like there's another political thing that happened too. Donald Trump managed to like negotiate his freaking shit down, but that doesn't really matter because he says he has money, but then he doesn't have money, and his lawyers were like, shut up, you don't have money. We gotta freaking negotiate this case. You don't have money, and now he has like billions of dollars because it's through social shit. Who knows? Who knows how much money he has? To be determined. Um, but yeah, politics, wild. Republican Party, oh boy, everybody strap in. If you're a Republican, watch. Watch what happens over the next several months because I don't I don't know what they campaign on anymore. I really don't. Like everything that they're doing is just so reactionary and like there's no foresight. I don't even think there's really a plan, even though I just drew out one a little bit ago for them. I don't know if they're thinking that way. I have to assume they are. I have to assume that somebody there knows how to do political strategy. But then they do random shit. And then you got like Donald Trump saying dumb shit too during his speeches, where he just starts talking in circles, or he says like absolutely nonsense things where you're just like, what the fuck? I forget how many months ago it was, but he said something about like, oh, but yeah, Joe Biden, he's going to bring us to World War II. I'm like, my guy, that's already happened.
Oh,
Oh, there were some real good recent ones too, but I forget them, and I should write things down from now on. Oh, and then one of his more recent things was that immigrants aren't people. So there's that. Um, yeah, but that's enough of that. Any questions,
He's right.
comments?
They're not people.
Yeah.
They're they're afros. That's what they are. They're
What?
afros.
hairstyle?
Yes, they're not people. They're afros.
Oh,
Oh. All right. We're
So
moving
he's
on.
just
Adam
stuck
can't
there
move
too
now.
on.
I'm
fluffy.
here.
Yeah, he's just stuck.
I'm listening. It's okay. I sent a video of what what it looked like for my controller. Just going left and it's going right. Like, well, I don't know what happened, and I'm just stuck in the menu.
The PlayStation button do anything?
No.
Ah, fuck. I don't know. All right, moving on. What the hell's behind me? Oh, the really bad D because I can't really make fire in pixels.
Yeah, okay.
Diablo 4 and Blizzard. So Blizzard had a massive campfire chat for season 4 of Diablo 4, and they delayed the season by a month, I think. We'll see if it gets any further. Probably not. Also putting up a public test realm, finally. So you're going to be able to test drive a bunch of stuff. They set it up correctly, where you're going to be able to, if you make an account and you get into the public test realm, immediate level 100 character, all your skills unlocked, all the Paragon boards, all your glyphs are maxed out for the Paragon boards. You get freaking like everything. There's only a subset of things that you're going to have to grind for, which is totally fine because it's a ARPG, so you have to at least test the grind, even if they like inflate the loot drop numbers. Um, so they're doing the PTR realm or the PTR right. Season 4, I'm curious. We've got some things in here that sound good, but also this could really backfire because one of the big things that came out of season 2 of this game, because we don't talk about season 3, that never happened. Season 2 of the game, the major problem that everybody had with it was the fact that you felt done really early on in World Tier 4, which is the highest world tier that you're supposed to go into at Oh God, what level is that? I think it's 60? I don't remember. It's been so long since I played the game and I've forgotten everything about it. But whatever World Tier 4 is, like once people like got there, you kind of like had all your stuff already because it was so easy to target farm certain pieces of equipment for yourself, and then you would get it all, and there's like so few unique items in the game that there's really only a few builds that people like have per class. And they decided to take all the equipment stats, all like the affixes, all the stats that can roll on gear, and completely gut that system in a good way ish. Um, they got rid of a whole bunch of stats that were like really specific in how they were going to like benefit you, like oh plus 30% damage to enemies that have been stunned, which not many abilities actually do stun. They kept vulnerable, so that's there. I don't know why they're still keeping the stat. I don't know why they're insistent on this stat. It's literally killing all balance in the game, but apparently, we're not going to address that. But they've shaken some things up with stats. Legendary items drop with one less fixed line on it, but even though there's one less affix on a legendary item, you can now do tempering of it up to a certain amount. Stop me when this sounds like Last Epoch that nobody plays on here, but Last Epoch has basically the exact same idea in it, where you can craft items and like you can enhance the stats that are already on it, or you can try to re-roll into other stats through the use of in-game crafting items. But Last Epoch has a better system than what they're describing in Diablo 4 Season 4, because Diablo 4 Season 4 is a lot of luck to hit the right stats or have the right stat in a list to get benefits from being tempered or masterwork. Or actually, no, it's masterworking because that's a whole other thing. But you can like masterwork weapons when you hit level 100. And through masterworking, you can get big bumps in your stats. Why would you want to get big bumps in stats after you hit level 100? Because of the pit. We'll get to that. Don't worry. But Last Epoch has this system where you can just dismantle gear that you find and get pieces, like shards, that um, match different stat lines or affixes that can be on weapons and gear. And then when you go to craft things, you use those shards to either add that stat, upgrade that stat if it already exists on the item to a different tier, stuff like that. And every time you try to do this, the game says, hey, it's going to use somewhere between A to B forging, whatever the hell the other word is, forging potential. So when your item hits 0 forging potential, you can't reforge it anymore, but you can use some other glyphs to give yourself a higher chance of hitting a crit where you don't use any forging potential, but you still get like the upgrade, and you do some other shit. Long story short, it's a really cool crafting system that more games should like try to use, because it makes picking up gear a lot more like interesting, and you can target what gear you want, because like you can basically make your character and say, okay, I'm looking for these stats. Now I'm going to set a loot filter so that only the things that have these stats get like highlighted by the game. Then the game, when they highlights those, you know to pick them up and dismantle them. It's really nice. It's a really cool system. Last Epoch's really doing a really good job with that aspect of their game. Some other aspects need some work, but it's okay. But anyway, Season 4, with this tempering and masterwork and the whole stat rework of gear, could be interesting, but I worry that you're going to get maxed out too quick again, and you're going to get like some of the best stuff that you could possibly equip into your slots again, like way too quickly, especially since you got to get up to level 100 to access half of this system, which is the masterworking system. Because to do masterwork, you have to do the pit. Technically, you don't have to be level 100. You have to be able to fight level 100 monsters. But the pit, they were going on and on in this campfire stream about, oh man, yeah, we made the pit. It's such a cool thing. So what it is it's like this endless like dungeon sort of thing of like, oh, there are all these different floors, and you start on like the first one that has like level 100 enemies, and you can keep going like down to like lower floors, so you go up in tier but down in floor. Um, and like by this tier you're fighting this enemy and blah blah blah, and they're showing like some gameplay of it, and then they're like, yeah, so it's a race against like a timer. You have a certain amount of time to kill enough enemies to spawn the boss, and then kill the boss, and like none of the loot is going to drop on the ground because you don't have time to pick that up. It'll all drop at the end, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, but nobody would say what they did. They made a whole ordeal over this thing being so new. You made rifts and greater rifts from Diablo 3. It is no different. No different at all. Deaths have plus 30 seconds of time. Yep, you didn't even change that. Like, it is identical, and they would not acknowledge it because I don't think they I think they're trying to just disguise it as a new feature that like they're trying to make brand new things for this game for some crazy ass reason, when really all Diablo 4 needs, stop trying to rework your stat system. Stop trying to like make other builds work just through stats. You don't have enough unique items in the game. You want people to use all these different skills, but there's not enough unique items that alter those skills. And you're trying to like put in these different stat things that do funky stuff with skills, but you shoehorn it in with these stupid like mechanics where, oh, you gotta temper your weapon and like randomly roll into these things. Oh, did you not randomly roll into it? Well, then you gotta do it again, but watch out, you can only temper it so many times because there's only so much tempering potential, or whatever the fuck they call it.
Tempering potential.
Like, dude, I don't freaking know. They literally copied like Last Epoch, but also copied it like the worst aspects. They didn't do the whole job because they were like, well, we can't plagiarize here, so we're just gonna fake it
Just
until we
do
make
half
it.
of it.
Yeah, we're just gonna do half.
That'll
of
get him.
it. That'll get them. I'm intrigued to play. I will play season 4 to see how it goes. I do not have high hopes. I think it's gonna bomb again. Like I said, season 2, everybody's main complaint was like, okay, well, I'm level 64, my gear is done because you still don't have anything that's more powerful. And yeah, you can make your stats more powerful, but for what? So you can do more of the pit, which is just rifts. The whole point of doing rifts in Diablo 3 was like, yeah, there's a leaderboard, so there's still that, which I guess is cool. But also, that's like how you got your gear. In this, all you're doing is randomly trying to enhance stats on your gear so that you could potentially go lower, so that you could potentially raise those stats at a random chance again. And if you fail and you like another stat gets bumped up, you have to start all over. So like, I don't know. I don't understand how this is like a game loop, because there's nothing to even like go up against unless you're looking to go on a leaderboard, which there are a lot of people who play Diablo who do. So like they're gonna really enjoy this. I don't know what I get out of this. I want more unique items. I want more wild alterations to happen to skills. I want crazy ass shit like what Path of Exile has, where you freaking get a unique bow really early on in the game that's like, this deals no physical damage, it only deals lightning damage. And you're like, what the fuck? Okay, I guess we're going lightning now. Like, I want crazy shit, and it's just not in this game. So we'll see what season 4 is. Like I said, I'm curious. I'll play it, and then I'll let y'all know how it turns out. And that's that. And now a quicker story. We got the no story of the week. Let me do that again. The no story of the week. XDefiant. XDefiant. Chasing COD or not, it's taking too long. Genesis hasn't moved over, but he might move over.
I'm moving over. I was reaching my control. Sorry, I was reaching over and I couldn't reach it.
XDefiant, there was a little thing that came out that supposedly, from an internal source, they were like, hey, man, y'all want to know why XDefiant continues to get delayed? It's because this company is trying to chase Call of Duty, whatever the hell that means. And then the freaking game director dude, I forget his name, it's not important, He came out and was like, guys, come on, we're not chasing Call of Duty. That's not why this game keeps getting delayed. We just can't get our systems right. And it's like, yep, really? Because a day later, there were some leaks that came out. 4 seasons worth of premium transactions. 4 fucking seasons. And it also included season 0. I don't know if that means that there's technically 5 seasons or if that is one of the 4. But even still, if you have 4 seasons worth of real money content already established with skins and bundles and all this other shit, just like fucking Call of Duty is running, how can you defend yourself that, like, okay, even if this isn't freaking delaying the game, why do you have all this planned out already? Shouldn't you be working to get this shit fixed? Like, I understand that not everybody works on this stuff in the team, but like, my God, you got to release. If you continue to push this off, if this releases any later than summer, it's dead. Because I don't know what Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War or whatever the hell it was. I think it's Gulf War, right? Genesis, correct me.
Yeah, you're correct. It's Gulf War.
Yeah, Gulf War, and it's a Black Ops game. Yes.
Yes. Next one's
Yeah.
a Black Ops game.
That one is going to be a banger. I don't know how. No one knows how yet, but it will. Why? Because it's Treyarch. Because it's Black Ops. Somehow, every Black Ops game has something that attracts the entire world to it.
Ain't gonna be me. I won't be playing that. I'll
Yeah,
be
I don't know
filling
that
my
it's gonna
time
be
in
me either. And I
Helldiver.
mean, honestly, I say that, but like Cold War was kind of
Yeah, Cold
but like
War
I
did
think,
not have a good reception when it came out.
yeah,
So,
but like that really is an outlier when it really, like, you have to agree to that. Like
so
Black Ops is usually the thing that pushes something along.
they have their outliers, right? They every single yeah, it's every I think every 3 games or 4 games they have their outlier, right? So it's like
Hmm.
they had Black Ops 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they had Ghosts. I think that's the chronological way.
That's not Treyarch. Ghost was
Oh, was that Sledgehammer?
either Sledgehammer or Infinity.
No, Ghost was not Infinity.
Then it was Sledgehammer.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Infinite
because
and
they made
Advanced
Modern Warfare
Warfare.
3. Yes,
Yeah, yeah. So the
I
they
think.
seem to have one outlier that won't do well, and then they have like a string of games that do well. So like
And it's time
Treyarch's
for that
the
again. Yeah.
yeah Treyarch's the Treyarch's the one that when Activision needs a banger of a game, they look at them and they're like, all right guys, what are you guys gonna do? And then Infinity Ward is the one that they look at to say, okay, you're gonna make our next like whatever experimental platform because they've always made the experimental games like
Yeah.
DMZ launched on that, Warzone
Mhm.
launched on that, Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, Modern Warfare, like, and
Right.
then they look at Sledgehammer and they're like, all right guys, it's gonna be an off year for us, make some shit and put it out there.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's essentially the formula they've come down to, right? I
It's
think
gonna
we're
be
due.
wild to see how Black Ops like
Right,
handles
we're
DMZ.
now due for the string of bangers from Call of Duty because Modern Warfare 3 has come out to be this lukewarm reception for it. Cold War wasn't that well received, and then Modern Warfare 1 and 2, 1 was very well received, 2 was so-so, and then 3 was even worse.
Did they
So,
really do another 3?
what, Modern Warfare 3?
Yeah.
Uh,
I thought that only came out once so far. It gets real
no,
confusing with these titles, doesn't it?
well, no, it came out the original time, and then it came out now. So the entire
Did
Modern
it?
Warfare series originally came out once, right? Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3, and then now Modern Warfare has been re-released as 1, 2, 3 in the new era.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't remember what
2019,
game I even played.
2022, and
What?
2023.
Oh, right, because Modern Warfare 3 is the shit that I refuse to acknowledge. Got it.
It's not, yeah, it's not an actual game. It's a DLC because it was originally planned as a
All
DLC.
right, we're
and
there
then
now.
it
We're
became
there. They got to come up with a new naming convention. Thank you, Black Ops, for at least, understanding how numbers work
So
and not reusing numbers. Thank you.
Black Ops is the only franchise so far out of the Call of Duty franchise because at this point they're now gonna remake Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare if it seems it, if I understand the trend that they're going in, Black Ops will be the next one remade after Gulf War. So So Gulf War might be like a soft reboot to the series, and it might just be like the reboot of Black Ops. And then they'll probably end up just remaking Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare as part of the Modern Warfare remake.
I hope they
trilogy that did.
don't. I would like to see
So-
Black Ops do, like, the Gulf War is cool. We should get, like, a Black Ops Vietnam. I don't know if there's any worth in Black Ops, like Korean War. But
I mean,
I don't know.
Black Ops is that platform that they know will make money. The Modern Warfare platform is where they're going to introduce all their new ideas, and then they got their shit ass platform, which is Sledgehammer, which they'll just make whatever. They just pick a name out of a hat, and they're like, all right, guys, we're going Call of Duty bitches. Let's do it. Let's make
How
this.
did I know it? Why did I know that was going to be it?
I mean, look, listen, they made Ghosts. They made, God, there's that other title that's like really shit that nobody fucking wanted.
I don't know. Did they do World War II?
They're the guys who did the World War series.
Yeah.
World
no.
War
War series. You mean World
Yeah.
at War? That was Treyarch.
Oh,
My God, you don't even
was
know
that
your
Treyarch?
companies. World at
Oh my
War?
God.
Hell yeah. They were the ones
Yeah,
that
and then
introduced
it's-
zombies.
Then World War
World War
II
II was the
yeah.
newer one.
Yeah.
That had like the single player campaign that everybody was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That I never played. Yeah.
Cold War was.
Or wait, no, that wasn't the
Treyarch?
single player campaign. Hold on. What game had the single player World War II game? Oh fuck.
That's the
Oh, that was
old
Vanguard.
World. Oh, Vanguard. That was Sledgehammer?
No, I don't think that was. I think that might have been Treyarch again. I don't remember who made that.
But wait, Treyarch did Vanguard and Cold War?
I don't remember who did Vanguard. Hold on. There's too
No,
many
hold
games.
on. No. Vanguard. It's either Vanguard was Treyarch and Cold War was
Vanguard.
Sledgehammer. So
Vanguard was
Vanguard made Sledgehammer. Okay, that was the other one that they
Cold
made.
War
So they
was
made
Treyarch.
Ghost and. Okay. So that they made Ghost and Vanguard, and that was, that's their one that they go, okay, pick a fucking name out of a hat and make it. So
Just sitting here like, God, these guys are idiots.
shut up.
Sledgehammer also made, apparently, Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2.0, and Modern Warfare 3. I'm going to say they probably just helped out on those, though.
They helped out on those. Yeah, those are all Infinity Wars.
Oh, it says assisting right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm done with Call of Duty, bro. I'm finished forever now. I'm good. I had enough of my time in Modern
Wow,
Warfare
look
2.
at
I'm good.
you. Oh my God, I'm so proud.
Yeah, I'm not. They can make whatever they want, and I would.
but anyway,
I'm done.
I was really, really excited for X Defiant because it looked so fun, and
I'm
it
so
had a
glad
lot of
it's dying.
promise. But geez, I mean, it's not even out yet, so it's not dying.
Good. I hope it dies.
But like, it is taking so long for this game to come out. Just release the fucking game.
The day that
Apparently, they have just gross incompetence. Like, I don't even understand what systems you're struggling with. You guys, I don't know if Ubisoft talks to Ubisoft, but like, you guys have Rainbow Six Siege. Like, come on. That game has been alive for what year are we on now? Like 7, 8, 9? I don't even know. I don't even know
it's
how long
almost
the
a
game has
decade.
been out.
Almost a decade for that game.
And it's crushing it. Still crushing it to this day. Like, if you're having any issues with, like, netcode or anything like that, fucking talk to them. It's still that game is 5v5. I think maybe it's 6v6 in X Defiant. Oh no, an extra person. Like, talk to them. Figure out what the hell they're doing right, because I don't think anybody's really complained too much about the netcode. I think it was mostly about, like, cheaters and how to, like, combat people who just, like, turn around and shoot you in the face at the start of the round. I think that was the most problems that Rainbow Six Siege has had since, like, its conception.
You were not. We don't really hear too much about that game having terrible bugs or issues like that. Like that game has generally been.
No. The main
Very
issue,
well done.
honestly, is itself. Apparently, recently they had to like re-go over the game because like people had played it so much that people knew where to like shoot in walls to like get that one little angle they need to like know when somebody enters a room, and they just shoot them through the wall, and like it got way out of hand apparently. Like at the
I mean,
professional
I guess that's
level.
what happens when your game is out for almost a decade.
Yeah. So they had to do a whole bunch of shit with that. But like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's been so long. It's sad. All right, that's all I got. You got any
Sure.
questions?
Nah. The day Ubisoft
Cool.
goes under, I will.
How's the cripple doing?
Oh, I don't
I'm
know what I'd
great.
do. You know what? The day Ubisoft goes under, I'll probably just go buy Adam a brand new $20,000 car.
Oh,
I'll go spend cash. I'll go spend cash and just buy him a
I
car.
don't want that. I'll just take the cash, thank you.
All right, I'll just give Adam
I guess, are we gonna
$20,000 in
do the
cash.
podcast here now?
And now you can go back in. It's fine.
I already left him. He can stay there. That cripple.
Oh wow! Hold on, Adam, I gotta climb up over your face.
Thank you.
That handicapped paraplegic.
All right, let's not say it like
Jesus.
there's disdain for that, but all right, thank you.
What's this? There's no disdain. I'm saying exactly how I would say it.
All right.
The same way I said I'm okay with you playing Assassin's Creed games and buying them full price. Let me talk about something real quick here, because a couple of different, I don't know, these have been within the last week or so. A couple of different interviews and rumors and things about Xbox have been coming out again. So Kevin, get ready to
Get ready to be quiet. Got it.
Nope, get ready to start burning them down again.
Okay.
So Phil Spencer had an interview with Polygon recently about what's going on in the games industry and why exclusives have become a risky business. And literally everybody just memeing on this guy saying, Phil, it's not the entire industry. The Xbox is becoming irrelevant because of all these decisions that are being made to put them on other consoles. But that's besides the point. It's just interesting things of what he says. So a couple of bullet points of what he says here. So the cost has really gone up. Obviously, cost of everything has gone up. Inflation and COVID and everything in the world just doesn't make any sense anymore. With money, you can have bomb-ass quarters, and all of a sudden, you still are laying off hundreds of people. I don't know. I don't understand economics anymore. So I don't get the economy. I don't understand economics. It is what it is. I'm illiterate. So he is talking about games years ago did not need the budget that they need to have now to be made properly. It costs a lot more for assets. It costs a lot more for just overall what do you call it? Development time and all that. The games obviously are they need more polish. They need more time. They need more development put into them to reach the caliber that people want. And he specifically says, he goes, where previous games needed to sell a few 100,000 units to justify their cost, new games may need to sell many millions of units. If you're a publisher, you know that's a pretty big number in a world that already has a lot of video games coming. How are you going to establish this thing? Am I willing to take the red on a new IP, on a new kind of game, when the earn-out risk is that high? I think I don't know what this word means, impinges on the creativity of the industry, which I don't love. Creativity is like the cornerstone of what we should be about in gaming. He then goes on to say the cost is particularly prohibitive for exclusives that can only reach so many people. As he explains about how exclusivity doesn't help, and they need to make additional money to justify the console market, the console makers subsidizing the cost of a console. He goes, the console market has not grown in the past year, though Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch consoles continue to sell. He said the people who are newer to the market are not buying consoles. I highly doubt that. PS5s and Switches keep selling. Even I don't know what you think. I realize that a lot of the younger generation does not really buy consoles up until they're a certain age. They're really just playing Roblox and Fortnite on their shit-ass iPads and tablets. So, I get that. But that's been a problem ever since mobile gaming came out. So, I don't know that he's really I don't know. He sounds like he talks out of his ass sometimes, but he's just doing the corporate answer
That's
sometimes.
where his mouth is.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. There was a quote that I wanted to pull out here. Somebody pulled it.
You got to get out the short mic stand for him.
Wow.
God.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay. So they talk about exclusivity again to him because he keeps bringing that up every single time in his interview. He
Oh,
goes,
yeah,
I will
yeah.
say every decision we make today and tomorrow is for the better of Xbox. I'm going to press X to doubt. I know sometimes things get weaponized and there's some evil in the background that makes us do things. Phil hates exclusives, and that's why we're like PlayStation and Switch now. Every decision we make is to make Xbox stronger. When I said that Phil hates exclusive, that's just like a comment that somebody pulled out, I guess, in the interview. Every decision we make is to make Xbox stronger in the long run. It doesn't mean everyone's going to agree with the decision we make, but it is fundamental for how we make decisions. For Phil Spencer, moving forward in the future is about walking away from exclusivity. Um, I mean, this
Walking
part of
away
the
from completing titles.
Yeah, I mean this part of the interview just kind of solidifies that they're going to be walking away from the console space sooner than everybody thinks. I mean, I think Xbox or Microsoft can see that. Xbox is not selling consoles as they once did, from the 360 days,
Xbox
and
isn't finishing games.
they're not completing what they need to do. Um, it's just, I don't know. People people are gonna say what they say. Like one of the people have just been pulling out his
I don't
thoughts
know.
and
I
comments and
think
all that.
I'm gonna jump in here
Yeah, please go
right
ahead.
now. Okay, I think that this dude is like taking his situation and projecting it on all the other major players in the video game industry. Because
I
there
would
was
agree with that.
literally an article that apparently Steam was like, "Hey guys, real quick, let's do something real fun. How much money do we make like per employee?" And it's something fucking disgusting, like how much money they make per employee at Steam. And you know what? How they make money? Putting games on Steam. That's fucking it. Like they don't make games anymore. When was the last Valve game? Oh, right, Counter-Strike 2. Oh, but that was free. I think maybe if you didn't already own Global Offensive, there was like maybe a $20 price tag, maybe. But like, where's Half-Life 3? Oh, right, they don't have to make that game. They make money through people paying them to get their games on Steam, and then they make money. And Steam apparently probably makes even more money off those sales.
So like
Like,
when you look at the
if
money
they
factor
can sit
too,
here, they can sit here in the video game market, make no games, and make money. You sit in the video game market, you release Xbox Game Pass, you make no games, and you're losing money. You're clearly doing something wrong. I don't know what it is, but you're doing something wrong.
when you look at
I
the
think
money
they're I
factor
think they're putting
for
they're putting too much money into game. Well, okay, this is me knowing nothing about them, but like I would say they're putting too much money into games that don't see the light of day.
I mean, they have endless pockets for now until, you know, it seems like Microsoft is cracking down quite a bit on him. For you need to get this fucking shit profitable and running for us right and stop wasting millions of dollars on it. Um, but you know, he goes on to say that games take a lot of money to make, and the return on investment it needs to be higher than it has been in the past because of the budget that they have for games. But then you look at games that like Pal World and Helldivers 2, and like the budget for those games are definitely not as big, but they sold so many copies. And like Helldivers 2 is taking is just is setting the world on fire with how popular it's been, how crazy it's been. The developers themselves are like, we didn't expect this at all. Um, and I don't think that game had I don't know, $1 million budget to it. Like I'm sorry, I don't know the numbers. I'm just spitting numbers out of my ass at this point. But
I'm sure it cost
um,
a few million.
yeah, I'm sorry.
I think
I'm
I
just
did
kind of
see like 1 million or so
so it didn't cost 100 million. Is a
somewhere.
better comparison, is what I
I
should
would say
say.
it's probably less than 100. Yeah,
Yeah,
Less than
yeah. It
5.
didn't cost 100 million
less than
to
5
make.
million for Helldivers 2 is what you think?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about Pal World. Sorry.
Pale World and Helldivers 2 are such extreme examples of games that kind of just exploded out of nowhere, though. That's not going to happen to
Yeah.
every game.
No, no, and I mean those are one is an established IP and the other one wasn't. Pal World is not an established IP. Helldivers already had a game to it, so it's already an IP
I
that was
wouldn't say
here.
it was an established IP. Like,
I mean the IP
that's not why
existed
it
before.
sold well. People didn't buy it because they were like, "Oh, I know Helldivers 1 was good." No, people bought it
No,
because it was something
yeah,
else.
It was
Like,
marketed
it just
really
looked
I'm
well.
not
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
saying that I'm not saying that it sold because of that. I'm just saying the quote he said was, unless you're going to take a risk on running red for a new IP. I mean, Pal World was a new IP and Helldivers was not a new IP, but both of those succeeded in what they were trying to do. Uh, or I shouldn't say what they were trying to do because they didn't expect that at all. They just succeeded. Um, the fact that he's saying that the developers have to make a choice on like, okay, either I start a new franchise or a new IP and nobody knows what this is and they're going to take a gamble on it. Some of the games that have been coming out for existing IPs have been garbage. They just even existing IPs are not even like um, they're not a guarantee that something is going to be successful to say that you'll make a shit ton of money on it. And even if you put I don't know, a couple 100 million in the game, I guess unless you're Sony or Nintendo, where you're making that return on investment. Um, Spider-Man had a giant ass budget, and I am fairly certain Sony made a return on investment on that. So
So, looking into this shit, apparently it was back from 2018, an internal study, uh, that per employee at Valve, they're making over $780,000 because that's what Microsoft was making at the time. They didn't disclose how much, but it's more than 780,000.
What does that mean, really?
I mean, they got a freaking good business that they're running. It's like every employee is basically making the company $1 million or whatever.
So
I mean,
like they have actual like
It's their profit divided by the number of employees. So it's like if there's 100 people working at a company and they made $1 million, then
okay.
it's like, oh, this person made this much for the company or whatever. It's
I
like,
see.
yeah, which it's a good way. It's a fun. It's not. I don't know if it's a good way. It's a way to say how
Yeah.
profitable your
Yeah,
business is.
it's a way to look at it. I mean, any statistic is like false. Um, but like, my God, I don't know, man. Microsoft just continues
What's
to sit here and complain
interesting
about it.
with your Steam comparison is that's
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
what they're trying to be, Microsoft, at this point.
right.
there is a rumor that they want to introduce their own like storefront, like Epic Games, Steam, and things like that. There's a rumor that they want to do that, and that would be their new portal to like Xbox, where instead
Yeah.
of a console, you just have a page that you can just go play your Xbox games on anything, whether it be
I
a
gotta be
TV
honest, I got a
or.
wild take on Phil Spencer's comments.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm
I
listening.
agree with him 100% on everything he
I
said.
was, to be honest, I'm not surprised that you're saying that.
I mean, it's literally what they've been talking about and what they're moving towards. Yeah, they could spend another 10 years investing like Sony did and putting out great games, but at the same time, it's not it can't come as a shock to everyone that consoles aren't growing and they haven't grown for years. We've talked about this multiple times on here. that the
Mhm.
number of consoles sold usually adds up to the same amount of consoles, and it's usually the same people. It's not enough for the business they're not gaining enough people for them to be like, this is it. Because business, for some reason, I'll never understand this, why every company has to have constant growth forever. And if they don't have
Yep.
constant growth that's exponential every year, they feel like they're dying. And then
Yeah.
it just makes no sense. That's why the COVID shit was like, oh shit, look at everyone's inside. We're growing. We're not growing as much. Hey, all our salaries went up. I mean, mostly the CEOs and a couple board members. But now it's like $300 million to make Spider-Man. And also, the marketing budget was probably that too. So it's $600 million for that game. So this game now has to sell 20 million copies for it to be even profitable. Like, everything he said is absolutely correct. Like, I don't know the actual ins and outs of the video game industry. I'm not an expert. Like, I would assume he would have knowledge and stuff. But at the same time, everything that I've seen and everything that's been coming out about games and how Sony now is tackling the market, the only people who seem to have a grapple on what they're doing is Nintendo, because most of their games are not published by people that are in-house. They just contract people that only work for them. So they save a lot of costs that way when it comes to game development. So that's why a lot of their games, they'll spend time and put the money in. That's why eventually Metroid Prime 4 will come out, Desonoto. Don't worry, keep holding on. It's because their risk in that is lower than if Sony was investing in that. If Sony would have to do an in-house studio to do that, and then it would take 11 years, whatever, however long they've been working on that at this point. And Nintendo's like, hey, we can have this team work on it, and hey, like, we own some of them, but we don't own all of it, so they put some money into it, so it's not a full risk for them. But that's why Nintendo gets away with it. And also, Nintendo is just a different breed of company. But yeah, Xbox is like, we're not going to invest like that. We don't see profits being there. So we want that double digit growth, baby. So we got to expand. We got to do more. That's why they're doing their exclusives on PlayStation, which is cool. And I like that they're going, hey, no exclusives. I know, Genesis, you're not a fan of that, and Sony probably won't go down that path for years to come. But I like how they are, because it's like, hey, you want to play an Xbox game? Play it. See our logo. Think about Xbox. Buy our console if you want. I think they're still going to produce consoles for a bit, but eventually, yeah, they'll probably pull out. But yeah, everything he said, I mostly agree with.
My problem, and again, I'm not an expert. I don't know economics anymore. Ever since COVID happened, I don't understand how businesses work, and I work for a Fortune 500 company that I don't even understand how this works anymore because they keep posting record growth after record growth after record growth and record profits, and they keep laying people off. So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. What doesn't make sense to me as well is Sony posts all these numbers. I understand console sales or console growth has not happened, but then you keep posting these quarter after quarter with Sony's clearly blowing it out of the water because they're doing well. The PS5 is selling. Their games are all selling. The Portal's doing better than they ever thought it would do. Um,
PSVR 2 is
so
not.
Yeah, according to a couple of places, they put a halt on that. But VR in general is not, even the Apple Vision Pro is not selling what they thought they
Yeah,
would
but
sell.
the Quest is, or whatever the hell it's called now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the most accessible one on the market for $250.
Yeah.
Everything priced above that is going to be a hard sell. So,
Also, they got
it's
games coming to it often.
yeah,
VR2, not
yeah,
really.
yeah. The technology behind VR2 is awesome, and
It's got an
I
open
wish that it was
store.
more.
There's so many things. There's so many reasons why it's selling.
Yeah, I wish the VR2 was more accessible in terms of a price point because I think then it would have sold way more. Um, but I mean, I don't know. I don't agree with a lot of that he's saying. I'll agree with Kevin more is that he's projecting the problems of Xbox across the entire market because there's a reason why Xbox is not posting
Like,
their
which one?
record. So again, I don't know economics and I don't know how this works properly because I'm not an expert on gaming. But the way that Sony and Nintendo consistently post that they're beating record profits for their for their gaming divisions. PlayStation is Sony's highest, I think, right next to their music. Was it that we figured out? Music or one of their other divisions makes a lot of money, and PlayStation's the other one that makes a bulk of money for Sony. And Sony's done nothing but grow since the PlayStation 4 era in terms of just their gaming division. They've invested more money into it. It's grown to be this big piece of PlayStation, but console sales are not growing because people are just not buying consoles. They'd rather buy phones. Again, none of that makes any sense to me. I don't know. You can explain all the numbers to me, and I just don't get it, because how can you be posting record profits? And again, I work for a Fortune 500 company where, I don't know, I feel like our growth isn't happening, but we're posting record profits, and somehow we're making all this money, but then we're laying people out. I don't know. I don't make any sense of it. That's why I don't
Because
agree
if you
with
lay
the
people
statement
off, profits are higher.
yeah, I don't. But we're still growing, but we're
Artificial
not
growth.
growing, and then
Coming
I
to a
don't agree
business
with
near
the
you.
statement of saying that
Oh,
exclusivities
no.
are like. I don't agree with the statement of the exclusivity saying that it's that's not the way to go, and that's the market. The market needs to shift over to not being exclusive. Nintendo's a clear winner of that, and they've stood by that, and they're going to stick by that until the end of time. Um, and his whole thing of like the um, the industry is like suffering in a lot of it. Yes, Sony laid people off. I realize that. Microsoft still has the highest body count for laying people off.
Yeah, out of
Um,
the big three, yes, not in general.
yes, no, not in general. I'm talking about the big three. I'm not talking about anybody else.
Okay,
Um, and
I think Embracer's
they
number
have
one.
they have way more problems than the other two do, and I feel like they're projecting a lot of that to try and get the other two to see their side of the story so that everybody can be on the same playing field. To be like, Sony, if you understand what's going on and you're trying to combat some of the same problems we are, why don't you just agree with us and start to release your stuff on our platform?
And they start to
And
have. They
Sony's
have. They've seen what Xbox is doing, and they start to do things that they're doing too.
they're not releasing on the Xbox.
No, I mean, like, there's things that Xbox has been
They're
doing
releasing on PC.
that Sony has been like, you know what? Yeah, we should do that too. If
Yeah,
Xbox wasn't releasing on PC, Sony wouldn't have been releasing on PC.
I think they would have released on PC whether Xbox did it or not. I don't think that makes a
I
difference.
no, they
because
saw what Xbox, like how well those games were doing, and they're like, you know what? Let's do the same thing but a little bit different. Let's try to make different waves. Not day and date except for multiplayer games. Let's try our single player games at a later date. If Xbox wasn't doing that, Sony would just be competing with Xbox and Nintendo. They
Sony
wouldn't.
doesn't need to compete with Xbox though. That's the thing. They don't need to compete anymore.
Well, that's what they've been doing for 20 years, though. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
they wouldn't
but
have expanded. They wouldn't have. We wouldn't have PlayStation Premium and Extra if Game Pass didn't
Yeah.
exist.
this.
Fair.
I mean, this is all. Yeah,
And that's what Phil said, that you need those services to subsidize the cost of games. And Sony can't do what Xbox is doing, so they found a thing that worked for them. And we all like it, even though the price went up and it's fucking. I'm not playing for premium anymore. But like, they will eventually follow what Xbox does. And I hate to say that, like, but at the same time, there's been the meme of Xbox players getting Helldivers. I would love if more people played Helldivers. I would love that. Only because I just like Helldivers and I want it to be as successful as possible. And if I could get more people in that game, fuck yeah, let's go. You kidding me? If Spider-Man would sell more if it was on a different console, whatever, do it. I mean, primarily it's PlayStation, which is fine, and that works for them for now, but eventually they will be like, okay, well, this Spider-Man game cost $400 million, and people didn't like how in the last game we reused some assets and animations, and the city wasn't expanded enough, so we have to build into that. So this one, we're going all out, and this one actually costs $500 million. So for this one to do well, we either have to increase game prices to $90, or we have to have this game sell 40 million copies. and then they'll be like, well, we can't sell 40 million copies if it's not on PC as well. There's no way like half the PlayStation audience or more than half the PlayStation audience is going to buy Spider-Man. It's just not how. That's not the people who. That's not how games sell. That's just nobody. What's the highest selling game? How many PlayStations are there? What percentage of PlayStation community owns one game that is exclusive? The same game. Like Spider-Man Miles Morales, I think is the highest one. I think because it has like 22 million units on PlayStation 5 alone. I think that's the highest one, and I'm 90% sure I'm wrong on the numbers, and I'm pretty sure it's lower for just PlayStation 5. Like, eventually they're gonna have to change, and Sony talks about that all the time. Their new CEO or the interim has been talking about it already multiple times. He's starting to sound a little like Phil Spencer. I still think Phil Spencer is a husk of a man sometimes because he does say whatever, but during this one, he mostly said everything that was like, this is where the industry's going. I don't understand it either, Genesis. We have record profits, but we have to lay people off. Like, what do you mean? Figure out something else. I don't know. Make things cost less. Stop spending money on stupid things like, I don't know, paying you $80 million a year. What the fuck's that about? Like, there's so many things. There's so many things that make no sense in the world right now.
Do you like artificial growth? From the people who brought you artificial growth comes artificial surge. Are you a company that owns companies? Or do those companies make you record profits? When that happens, shutter them.
Artificial surge is already a thing. Look at that Wendy's having artificial pricing.
Ooh,
they have like surge pricing or something.
Oh yeah, surge pricing that like Uber
By
and
the
stuff.
cold hands of death.
It's just crazy how like people be like, yeah, prices rise, and then you'll see like a restaurant be like, yeah, we have to raise prices because of inflation. I'm like, what about when costs go down though? How come you don't lower prices? What happens then? It's like, come on, like eventually that's how the economy works. It'll either just get worse and then there'll be a big old problem and then we'll just be like Weimar Republic fucking money people. Or
baby.
I know, right?
I'll
just burning it to stay warm.
I'm getting that board game, baby. I'll be ready.
Or it'll eventually just teeter off, level out, and go right back up, and everything will be great again. We'll live in a golden age. It'll be like, wow, gaming's great. This PlayStation 6 Pro
also,
is so
it's
cool.
real bright. Wait, what? Whoa.
That's really close in terms of time. That's crazy.
I mean, the economy kind of goes all over the place every 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, about right now.
It was a golden age in the 90s, and then the late 2000s wasn't great, and then the early 2000s it was pretty good.
I don't know if we could have a golden age. Everybody always complains that gold is in such short demand.
Well, Kevin,
Kevin,
this is a What a World segment, because it's like, hey, we had a golden age, but it was 10 years ago, and we didn't notice it was a golden age until now. Oh. Damn you, Dr. Michael Burry, or whatever the hell that guy's name is.
Oh.
I'm going to bet against the houses. But they can't fail. It's too big to fail. So, yeah.
Alright, we've talked about this topic
enough.
It
figures it out.
It's,
what other rumors we got?
Phil Spencer for President of America.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, if that happens.
Hey, guys. So, New York, California, Texas, and Ohio are now exclusive. We'll work that out later. We canceled North Dakota. We felt like it was okay. People through Florida are like falling through the ground. We'll patch it. Don't worry about that. It's all good. So,
God.
It's all good, guys.
I will say, if Sony ever just becomes like Xbox and starts to release everything, that'd be the last PlayStation I own. I'm done.
You say this every time.
That. Yep.
You say that about you'll hey, just like the regular you'll always move that goalpost like you always do. Don't worry. You'll get there. It'll take a couple of years, but eventually you'll be like, hey, I was upset about PlayStation releasing games on PC, and I was upset when the Uncharted
I'm still
series came to
upset. It's
Switch.
just
But I
I'm still upset,
refuse.
I listen. I'm still upset. It's just I every time I talk about it, you get upset with me that I talk about it. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
No, no, no,
So I'm
no. I'm saying eventually you will change your mind.
no. If it no,
Yeah.
just like a Call of Duty, right?
You'll be
I
like,
posted
Stellar
in the
Blade
Telegram
3 is
chat.
coming to Xbox? Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not buying
And
it.
we'll be like, Stellar Blade 2 was a day and date with Switch. What are you talking about? Like, come on.
I don't know what this timeline this is, but I would not be playing games in this timeline. No,
Wow. It's crazy how
I would,
Decinoto's dating that AI version of Stellar Blade. That's crazy.
I, oh God.
What's her name? Kara? Catherine? Carlos?
Who?
Carlos.
Stellar Blade. What's that girl's name? What's the lady's name? Her name's
Eve.
not Eve. How? My name's fucking Adam. How did I not remember that? What a
Because we weren't meant
dumbass.
to be.
Weren't meant to be.
Um,
It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Stellar Blade.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
all right. I don't think we have anything else we want to talk about. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. We should probably
Oh
sign off.
Jesus, I'm sorry. I'll blame me.
No, no, not blame you. We got folks. We got to wake up in the morning anyway. So, all right, folks. So that's it from Crafting Chat this week. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place. I'll probably have impressions of Stellar Blade from the demo. Kevin, do you have any impressions of anything for next week? Probably have more about Dragon's Dogma next week. I'm assuming.
I might have more about Dragon's Dogma. Maybe I finished the Emily Hartwood playthrough of Alone in the Dark. I only have 6 collectibles to go, and then I'll have all the info
Okay.
for like the story. I did really good on my first go through. I don't think I'll have anything else. I don't think anything else coming out at the end of the month, right? No.
No, no. May
Maybe
seems
I'll have first impressions of
April seems to be a
Stalker.
decently quiet month. Oh, the Stalker, the collection that got
I
released on
bought the
PlayStation.
trilogy. I just haven't
Oh yeah,
sat
you
down
did.
to play it yet, so I don't know if
Yeah.
that how like that translates to console. There's a lot of controls on PC, so I'm really excited to see how they made this work for a controller.
Got it.
So yeah, you know what?
Um,
I'll shoot for that. Stalker first impressions. I'll play it.
nice. April and May seem to be decently quiet months. I don't think we're gonna get too much until probably the summer. Summer's gonna be like a probably banging
There's
summer
something in
for
April that
games.
I'm looking forward to, but I forgot all the games we just graded. Oh right, that fucking game, Zao or whatever the fuck.
That one. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you guys
Tak Zao.
next week, and everybody take care. Have a nice night, and this is Crafting Internet signing off.
Get out of here.
That was the last thing you said. Get out of here.
It's only $18. Fuck, I'm buying it now.